Hey, good evening, all you minties, and welcome back to another episode of Reelz Talk with your host, the amazing Amanda, and my lovely co-host, the Uncanny Omar.
Yeah,
How you doing tonight, Omar?
I'm doing well. Well rested.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of alcohol with me, so I'm ready to talk about some TV shows. And then
Yes,
immediately after this, I'm doing Matt My Ex with my other co-host. So yeah, it'll be pretty interesting
exactly.
to see where this night takes me. So
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, to stay tuned because pretty much following this episode is going to be Matt My Ex for the most part. We got to give him time to get situated, but other than that, it'll be like one right after the other. So if you're watching both of them, so stay there.
yes, what's up, Tolga?
Hey,
And
Tolga.
yeah,
Yeah, our
that
DMX.
that that
May
one
he
hit
rest in
me.
peace.
I was a big fan of DMX, and I never got to see him live, so it really that one hurt.
Yeah, especially because it's just you never know what people's circumstances are behind the scenes, and you
Yep.
know, just so you know, if you ever feel like you need something, to always ask for help because someone's always there. So.
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it.
Mhm.
Also Prince Philip died, and to be honest, I thought
Yes.
Prince Philip was dead a while back.
I
So
thought they were never going to pass away. The Queen's, celebrated her diamond jubilation. I mean, I think she's like the longest running monarch, I believe. It's insane. I mean, so I'm, sorry for the royal family and what they're going through right now, because I'm sure that to have a partner like that for, gosh, 70, I think 70 plus years they were married. That's hard.
that's a long time to be with the same person. Holy crap!
Yeah.
You saw DMX in person at a roller coaster?
What
That's
a
awesome.
random place to see him at. That's great.
Dude seemed chilled. He always seemed chilled, man.
Yeah.
Always seemed chilled. No disrespect. I don't care about Philip, and I live in the UK, so I might get deported. Nah.
The CCTV like watching you right now.
Jubilee, Amanda, not jubilation.
Oh, sorry, not jubilation. Apologies. It was that word. So that's what I get for not being British.
Jubilation Lee is her name, though. Jubilee's name is Jubilation Lee.
It is.
It is, yeah, that's her name. I promise.
Whoa.
What's up? What do you got?
Hey,
What do you think?
someone from Transylvania.
Oh yeah, that's my buddy.
I'm probably gonna butcher your name, and I apologize. Coca.
Nope, wait.
Nope.
Nope.
Yep. But hey, thank you for joining us.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
This guy stays up for my Saturday Q&As, and my goodness, you're up already, huh?
That's amazing.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? There's my birthday buddy, Sandra. We share the same birthday.
Oh, cool.
What's up, Sandra? And our boy Leo.
Hey, Leo.
Now he has a YouTube channel. This guy right here on astronomy, right? Like astronomy.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Ipsy is right. People in the U.S. care more about the royal family than we do in the UK. I think so. I don't know. Like I said, I
think that's true. From what I've heard from other people, I think that's pretty true.
What's up, Omar Reyes? I was just telling him I haven't seen him in my shows hardly.
I think for us, because we don't have that monarch, I think it's this strange fascination with the unknown, otherness of it.
We got royalty. The Kardashians. Come on now.
Yeah, I forgot about them.
That's right. 14 March rules. Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Joe Cool.
And when are you going to do Spin My Web?
Ooh, that's a good idea. I would love that.
Mapping out the missing books. Yeah, that's a really good idea. All right, let's get to talking about this, and then we can talk about Invincible.
We got a lot.
And we can talk about some other little things that have kind of snuck up on us. Whoa! F the Brits. Let's talk about Captain America Johnny Walker.
Yeah, let's talk about So episode 4, we're going to talk about episode 4. The whole world is watching. And let's just say I really have wanted to use this GIF for a long time. And
Show
I'm
me.
so glad I get to use it.
You just downloaded this GIF so you could use it, and you
Yeah.
deleted all my other good ones.
No, I don't even know all your other good ones. They're all still here.
No,
But
they're
boy,
not.
did that escalate quickly, guys. Within one episode, man. Let's talk about it. So a lot of great lines said in this episode that I think come around. So remember in Captain America: First Avenger, and this line is said several different ways in this episode. Dr. Erskine said to to Steve Rogers about the serum, bad becomes worse and good becomes great, which is what we saw with the Red Skull. When he took the serum, it literally turned him into a monster. And of course, for Steve, it just enhanced, the best parts of him, right? So this is something that's played over and over again in this episode, talking about the super soldier serum, asking like, would you take it, right? And seeing people's different responses to it. And so that's plays heavily into this, especially for the ending. And warning, guys, there will be spoilers. So when we talk about this ending, just be prepared.
Let's talk about this beginning, though, because this takes, I guess, place, 6 years ago in Wakanda? Where we see the White Wolf.
Yes, we see the White Wolf going through I guess what I would consider his final
we lost
journey.
Mendes cheeks for a Rom Burgundy.
We did not. I did not delete that one. It was not me.
It was not my fault. I mean, her fault. It was not her fault.
That was not my fault.
Yeah, not her fault. Not her fault.
Yeah. So we start out in
other one.
Okay. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
So we start out with, I guess he's in the final stages of his deprogramming, and AO is there doing basically he's sitting by the fire, and she's going to recite the Manchurian Candidate phrasing that he needs that would turn him into the Winter Soldier. And you can see the struggle, and it was really good on Sebastian Stan's part, I think, just to
actually probably the best acting I've seen him do as Winter Soldier.
Yes,
he brings himself to tears. So that was pretty good.
I thought it was too, and he was just crying.
You're here, and that's all that matters, Michelle. You're here now.
Yeah, we literally just started talking about this, so that's good.
Yeah, she did. All right, so I think that was a pretty good intro, man. He's crying. Yes. He's got this beautiful L'Oreal. Maybe it's Maybelline hair.
Love, these beautiful locks. And then we come back to, obviously, it's clear that he was able to overcome it. He's deprogrammed. Mm-hmm. And so then we come back to present day. So Ao's pretty much saying, Wakanda's not happy that you broke Baron Zemo out of prison. And I like how he's like, technically he broke himself out of, but so she's like, we're not exactly like happy about that because you know what he did to our king. And she especially feels doubly responsible for that because King T'Chaka had personally asked her to be part of his guard there at that summit. And then he ends up dying. And it's still bittersweet watching Ao and the Dora Milaje. We see them later on, because in your head, you keep wondering about the future of Black Panther with the passing of Chadwick Boseman. So it's always kind of a little bittersweet to see them on screen now, just because we know what we don't know, the future of what is going to happen with Wakanda. Even though in the show, I'm assuming he's still alive for all intents and purposes. It's 6 months after the events of Endgame. I'm assuming he's still alive in the MCU. So basically she says, I'll give you 8 hours to get what you need for Zemo to help you find Carly. And then we're coming to retrieve him is basically what she said. So of course he lets Zemo and he lets Sam know that. And Zemo's like, well, thank you for saving my life and looking out for me. And they're like, don't even. And so they decide to go to the old compound where we had seen Carly in a few episodes earlier. It was like a refugee camp. And that's where Donya Maldani's body was on her last breath, where she laid for her final time. And they're trying to figure out where her funeral is going to be so that they can intercept Carly at the funeral. And Sam wants to talk to her. So, of course, Sam and Bucky have a really hard time getting anyone to talk to them. But, of course, Zemo brings his Turkish delights to the little kiddos, and he manages to get them to talk. But he also doesn't want them to say anything to the other two, saying they're bad guys, because he wants to withhold information so that he remains useful to Bucky and Sam, which makes perfect sense. God, I love this guy. He's so manipulative and freaking wonderful. So he basically knows where the funeral is going to be. So they need him to get the funeral. And at the same time, they're also being tailed by John Walker and Lamar, Battlestar, and John Walker is getting very frustrated. And you can tell, he cannot, like, the power, the responsibility of being Captain America is really, I don't think, something that he can handle mentally. And he even talks about, if he's a good guy and everything like that. And Lamar tries to tell him, you're one of the best guys I know. You have 3 medals of honor. And he says, yeah, but the things we had to do to get those medals of honor, some people wouldn't say that was courageous. And it's true. I mean, if you've watched any modern age war film about anything that happened there, Iraq War, Afghanistan, War of Afghanistan, American Sniper, anything like that. Even like when you talk about Black Hawk Down with what happened in the Gulf War, or the most recent, I'm going to throw Tom Holland in there if I can, The Cherry, where he talks about the soldier who comes back from Iraq and becomes a, drug addict / bank robber because they can't handle the PTSD, but the things they did over there were so bad, they just can't talk about it. It's a really interesting discussion about, veterans and mental health, something that Sam himself, as a counselor for military vets, has experience dealing with, right? Which makes him a different level of character than John Walker, because it's clear that John Walker may not have really been dealing with those issues in the way that he maybe should have. And so, it's interesting. He comes from a very different viewpoint than Steve Rogers did, right? And so they managed to track them down, and you could see he's ticked, he's mad, he's angry, he's like, you guys need to work with us, I'm tired of it. But they're like, look, Zemo knows where this is, we're going to talk to her. He doesn't want to talk, he's done talking, he wants to just capture, maybe kill him and be done with it and stop the Flag Smashers. But he lets Sam go on with his plan of going to intercept her at the funeral, which he does. And that's a great scene. You see, like, between him having his conversation with Carly, a very calm.
I like that. I really like that conversation too between both of the characters, because nobody really likes to think they're the terrorist or the bad person
or supremacist, right? Because that's another quote that's another great quote that Zemo had said in this. Desire to become a superhuman cannot be separated from supremacist ideals. And he says, Nazis, because remember, Nazis, they did all these human experiments to create the best of the best, correct? And that's what they were using. They want super soldier serum for themselves. And then you get to Ultron, and then eventually to the Avengers. And, they're like, you can't make those comparisons. And then he mentioned, what happened to people take the serum. He's like, well, Steve is a good guy. He's like, Steve's an exception, but how many men do you know like Steve? And it's true. He's an exception to a lot of them.
Yeah, that was the one part that really bothered me, though. Like that.
Why?
With Zemo's character, I don't see his character doing that. Like, honestly, this feels like a different Zemo than
why they did Civil War.
No, but Civil War was all about down with superheroes. They're all bad, and to say Captain America was a unique thing. I don't know. It just feels like a different Zemo than it did in Civil War. Not the same kind of character. Obviously,
he's not saying necessarily that having Captain America is a good thing, but Steve Rogers is still an exception to. He still wants the super.
I understand what he's saying. I just didn't feel.
You don't think he would have thought that Steve would be the exception?
Not the type of character that he played in Civil War. Like, that's just, it felt really. But like I said, this also feels like a different character. Never did we think that we were going to see him dancing at a club when we were watching Civil War. When he's holding a gun to his head, listening to, this phone message of his wife and kid. Was his one kid, right? Whatever it was, that is a different character than the character that is portrayed in this series. I don't know if it's good or bad, honestly, but it's just, it feels different. And that part is the thing that reminded me of it. Like, I was like, man, I don't think Zemo would have said that. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but Hayden brought up a good. He had 7 years in prison to think about things. True.
Maybe he found God. Okay. Maybe. I don't think people change.
I don't know if that's the truth. But anyway, so Sam is having a really great conversation. He even brings up the supremacist thing to Carly, and she's like, I'm not a supremacist. And he's like, well, let's talk about it. Like, he does some really good.
He was connecting with her, and it made me mad when Johnny Walker walked in.
And then, of course, Cap, and there's the scene with him, like when they have Baron Zemo handcuffed, and Battlestar is trying to like just being like Battlestar, and Bucky's standing in his way, and you can see he's itching. He's getting so irritated. The way Wyatt Russell, great actor, playing this portrayal of John Walker. Hands down, he does a great job showing his little how he's ticking with this anger, this annoyance deep down, his like desperation to do the right thing, but also like he wants to live up to this ideal, and he's frustrated, and he's like, easy for you looking at Bucky because he can stop him because he has super soldier serum running through his veins, right? And that doesn't really affect Bucky because he's like, yeah, okay. But eventually he does get past Bucky and intercepts the conversation. And Carly, of course, thinks Sam lied to her and that he's actually working with this new Captain America, which he's not working with him. We all know that as the audience. That guy just keeps showing up and ruining his plans. So after they try to pursue her, they manage to lose her, but Baron Zemo, who managed to get out of his handcuffs, he finds her. He shoots her, and then
he was ruthless. First of all, why are they letting this? Why are they letting this dude around the kids? Somebody brought that up in the chat. That's what I was thinking too. Like, yeah, Turkish delights, and I get it, they're delicious candy, but
it's kind of creepy.
They're letting Baron Zemo around these children by himself. Was U.S. Agent a super soldier in the comics? No, but he did. I'm trying to think if he ever did take the super soldier serum. It was a different thing that him and Battlestar did, and I can't remember if that was retcon later on in a miniseries after Grunwald's run. So I could be mistaken. And he's gone through hell too, but he's still in the comics a bigger douchebag than he was in here. But we'll get to that here in a second. What's up, Purple Rain?
Yay, Purple Rain.
Oh, Michelle is saying she wants to share good news with us about her band Avalon. All right, cool. Thank you. Is it?
Yeah, put the good news in there.
Yeah. Put your link, whatever.
Yeah, put your stuff in the chat. So,
exactly. Hey, kids, I have candy. Come talk to me. That never works out right.
Yeah. Yes.
What's up, Malachi?
He's not necessarily. I don't think he would ever hurt children. He just wants to hurt.
Okay, this might be the best comment tonight. At
Hello,
this point, no one deserves
the shield.
Are you really talking to Indy?
Yeah, I am talking to Indy. Go ahead, read it. I'm sorry.
First of all, that's Junior. Dog's name is Indiana. At this point, no one deserves the shield. It belongs in a museum. Harrison Ford belongs in a museum at this point, really.
Exactly. So after he shoots her, he ends up starting to smash some of the vials, and then John Walker comes in. And so then Baron Zemo manages to escape, but John Walker sees there's one vial left and he picks it up, but no one has seen him pick up that vial. So now he has a vial of super soldier serum. And this is a question that's been asked a couple of times. So the first time Baron Zemo asks Sam, would you take the serum? And Sam, without even hesitation, says no. So he would never take it. He doesn't think he needs that power to help people. And he thinks he's doing fine just as he is, which he is. Then we have a conversation right after this whole happens. John Walker and Lamar are having a conversation kind of like in this like mall type area, like outdoor like area in the city. And they're having a conversation. And Walker asks Lamar, would you take it? He's like, hell yeah, I would. And he's like, would you? And he's like, I guess. He's like, what do you think it does? And then Lamar says to him that power just makes a person more of themselves, right? So it kind of goes back to what, Dr. Erskine had said about,
that's what alcohol does.
Does, yes. So it's
and Vino Veritas. Okay, really quick though, Amanda. If given the option, would you take the serum?
I don't think so. I don't want that responsibility. Just like
you don't have to have it. You can just be like, oh yeah.
Great power comes great responsibility. I don't know if I need all that responsibility. Even if I didn't use it for anything else, but I don't know, to lift up my house and get roaches out from underneath. I don't think that I really
I 100% all day, every day take the serum. I just wouldn't, be a superhero. I'd be like, and I'd even be like, if you would call me to ask you, like, to help you move, I'd be like, I'm busy that weekend. I don't know if I can do that.
But if you have super soldier serum, it would take you 5 seconds.
I know, but that's the kind of super soldier I'd be. I'd be like really lazy. I'd be like, I don't really feel like I painted your bathroom.
Just amplify more of what Johnny is.
Amanda's better than me. Give me that serum, dude. I don't know why I'm doing that. They drink it. They drink it. They drink it.
Do they drink it? They drink it. They don't inject it. They injected it into Steve.
They did inject it into Steve.
Go around. I don't think you need it now to be. I think you can drink it now. It does not need to be injected. First go around, I think it had to be.
I want it straight up in my veins.
Someone earlier in the chat asked when Bucky got it. I believe he got the super soldier serum right after he was captured when he fell off the train in First Avengers, and we thought he was dead, but Hydra captured him. And I think
they did their own super soldier thing to him.
Yeah.
So somebody was talking about John Walker, that he was trained under Taskmaster. Yes, that's all part of his origin. But I cannot remember if they retconned the fact that he did have super soldier serum with Battlestar, or who was called Bucky at the time. So, all right, let's keep going. You're doing a good job. Good job.
Yeah, I also forgot about the one thing that really
heroin
that John Walker, someone brought up, and I forgot about the Dora Milaje. So before they even went to see Carly, right, they did have that one scene where the Dora Milaje finally showed up and said enough is enough. And this is also when I think John realized he wasn't even strong enough to beat these Dora Milaje, who aren't even super soldiers. They're just really well-trained fighters, guys. Wakanda's at a whole other level.
I hated that line of dialogue. Because because that's too much strong, like that's too foreshadowing. I like it.
I know.
Sometimes actors, that's what they have to do. They have to act. So if you just look in his face of like defeat and the realization that, oh, these people aren't even super soldiers. I just got my ass kicked by a group of warrior women who are complete badasses, but he doesn't know that. I think it didn't need to be said. Like, I mean, that is strongly implying where we thought we were going to go. Exactly. But man, I love that part. They were like, we don't, what did they say? She said, we don't, oh man, it was a really good line too.
Oh, about him?
No, when she says that we don't abide by the...
Oh, we don't abide by whatever the regulations are. Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Exactly. Which is true. I mean, Wakanda cares all about their own. That is why, even though at the end of Black Panther, I thought T'Challa was trying to branch out, right, and start these humanitarian efforts. But I guess it's let's keep our wealth and our power and stuff in our own little country and do right by our people. Because that's how they've always been. That's how they've been able to be the way they are.
The women in Black Panther were the ones that stole that movie, though. They were amazing.
Yes.
I mean, Killmonger, awesome. But freaking all the ladies in that movie were freaking awesome.
Yeah, He's
are. The best Naruto character.
Yes.
That's
what he said. Yeah. The Dora Milaje jurisdiction is where the Dora Milaje find themselves to be. Yes, that is a perfect line. I love it.
You don't tell me what to do, dude. You know who
I... And he did not know how to handle them. Like, when it comes to talking diplomacy and like the way he interacted with them was just kind of like, it was just so amateur to me. But I'm still,
he did introduce himself as Captain America, though. He's Captain America.
Good for him. Yeah, like they didn't know who he was. So, but anyway, so back to the other part of the story. So Carly somehow gets a hold of Sam's sister's phone number. And of course, I'm sure she has her means, and calls her up, Sally, and basically is like, I want Sam to meet me, here are the coordinates. And if, he doesn't do what he says, I'm going to come for you and your kids at your dock. And she's like, what the heck? And so, of course, she calls Sam, and Sam's like, pack your bags and leave. But he goes, and of course, he suits up in his Falcon outfit. And of course, Bucky suits up in his new, like, leather Winter Soldier outfit getup. And he brings Bucky with him.
One of the biggest things you didn't say yet was they installed a failsafe on his arm.
Wow. I know. That's the only GIF I could find too. Where is it? Right here.
How badass was that? She was like freaking Pai Mei and did the 5-finger touch. That was so awesome, man. I loved it.
And he's like, did you know they could do that? He's like, no.
Well, I mean, when you're giving it. When you're given an like Hydra agent, one of the strongest weapons of, in Wakanda, then you might want to tell people, by the way, we did install a failsafe just in case this dude snaps. Awesome. Yeah. And then he was like, huh?
He's like, oh, what happened to my arm? Yeah.
Did I make this up? I only watched it once. Most of the time I watch these twice. But did Sam ask him, did you know that they could do that?
Yes, he did.
Okay, he did. Okay.
No. He did not know. That's right. Because Tisu, you're right. His face was, he was not expecting that. He did not think he was going to do that.
Very, very cool.
Oh, nice. He was disarmed.
Oh, it had to be
there, sir.
It had to be Michael Emmond.
Yes. So
is Bucky going to eventually become White Wolf? We don't know yet.
That was his code name in Black Panther, or in the after credits. But anyways,
dude, Sam learns that trick. He's gonna be like, I got your arm. He's gonna take off flying around.
I really hope that's in some.
I want to see that. I want to see that.
I want to see in some fake outtake scenes or something of him just doing that.
Flying off with the arm.
Oh, so Sam does go and meet Carly, and again, they have a great conversation. At the same time, they had already called Sharon, who I am more inclined to believe is Power Broker, even more. The fact that she just walked around magic for, that she has access to satellites, and I know she's former shield and everything like that, but still, she's got power there and plus at this point, there's only 2 episodes left. I hope reintroducing a brand new character, it'd be so much cooler if it was her, because she doesn't seem like she's that keen on getting back to the States. But
I will say that this episode also changed my mind on her, because at first I was like, okay, she used to be good and boring, so they made her kind of evil. Now I'm thinking maybe she was always kind of evil and we just didn't know that she had this side, and I kind of dig her even more now.
I dig her too. And so what she does is she's been monitoring. They're like, keep us updated on the whereabouts of John Walker. So as they're having their conversation, of course, she's in their ear. She's like, guys, I got movement on John Walker. He's trying to take down a Flag Smasher compound, right? So they have to go stop him from doing this. Same time, Carly also mentioned threatening that she was going to kill Captain America because he is a symbol of everything that they're standing against, these different regimes that, and they talk about a lot about the politics of it. And it's interesting that when half the world was wiped out, especially in these countries that already had probably human rights violations and things like that, they all started to come together and work together to rebuild, and people were living with it without borders. But then as soon as everyone comes back, it's like borders back up, regulations, and that same kind of xenophobic stuff starts to set in, right? So it is interesting that you want to live in that more utopian type of society that they got after the snap. And whether or not people felt that in United States or other Western, countries, I'm not sure. But I think over there, you could definitely, in those Eastern countries, definitely could feel that. And so I see where they're coming from. And I think that's what Sam was feeling the same way. But their whole goal now is, kill Captain America, who's a symbol of all this, right? That's their goal. But they don't know that Captain America, A, has went and taken the soldier serum, and B, is about to storm their compound, which he does. So Falcon and Bucky have to head on over there. Of course, Carly does too, to try to stop him. And during his initial fight with them, of course, Battlestar gets captured and taken somewhere and and tied up. And then he starts attacking them. And then they realize very quickly he has taken the super soldier serum. And then when Falcon and Bucky show up, they realize he's taken it when he literally bends metal, which I don't care what specimen can do anything unless you have that super soldier serum. He's, I think, the only way you can bend metal like that. And Sam's like, what did you do?
Okay. For a second, I really thought, I forgot that he found the vial, right? Yeah. So it wasn't until he threw that shield up against the wall, and I was like, huh, that vibranium is damn strong. And then I said, wait, he took the damn vial and drank it or injected it, whatever. Man, this got dark. Sharon killed her aunt, then tried to bet her uncle. Creepy. Sharon is the real Black Widow. I like where this is going.
The Black Widow.
What's up, Ray?
Hey, Ray. Oh, Michelle, her update. So Amanda and Omar, both of you are the first to get an update about my band Avalon. We are going into the studio to record Garden of Midnight. Awesome. Very
good. Cool. That's awesome. I'm very excited. You share that with us, and you let us know when you're going to record.
I'll look your band up on Apple. I use Apple Music.
I'll go to your concert. I need to get the hell out of the house. I got my vaccine, baby. I got a vaccine and I got a mask. Let's do
it. Exactly. Carly said, I swear learning about the Blip Society is more interesting part of the show. I hope.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree with that.
And that's the beauty of these TV shows. And we can talk about a little bit more after I finish the synopsis. The beauty of these TV shows is that we get to explore stuff that would most typically get ignored in the movies themselves, because the movies really have to focus on the superheroes and their stories. They can't focus on what's going on outside. But with these shows, we get to really see the ramifications of it. And Loki, we're going to get to see the ramifications of messing with time travel, right? That's going to be a huge.
Yeah, and I cannot wait for that. I am so excited about these shows. Oh, we got a really nice super chat from Jimmy Owens. Haven't seen the series yet, so I'm just going to stop in, shows my love real fast. Thank you, Jimmy. Omar, got my X-Men Classic Omnibus today. You think I should read it? Absolutely, read it after Volume 2 of Uncanny X-Men. I'm serious. Like, you're in for a treat, because it's like the director's cut of Uncanny X-Men 1 and 2. It adds so much, man. So you enjoy yourself, brother. Thank you for the super chat again.
Yes, thank you. So they get to the compound. There's a big fight. And, of course, Carly and Captain America start having their own fight, which, of course, now she realizes he also has the serum. And as she's trying to attack him, Battlestar decides to interfere. This is a great fight sequence. And he does make a comment about why they like to use knives, but clearly it's so we see all the awesome hand-to-hand combat instead of just a big shootout with guns. And the person who wrote this one also wrote John Wick. Wrote
the episode or choreographed the episode?
I think it was wrote the episode.
Really? Okay, that's what's up. Which was really cool. There was a lot of hand-to-hand.
Exactly, a lot of hand-to-hand, which makes sense, and I'm happy about. That's really awesome choreography. Sorry.
Thank you, Nocturne. Oh my God, that lovely. I do. Yeah, I had 2 beers, working on my 3rd. It's that lovely pregnancy glow.
Yes. He joined. The John Wick writer. Yeah, so it's a writer from John Wick. He's right.
So was it the director or just the writer?
No, it's the writer.
The writer?
Yeah, Derek Kolstad. Sorry, he's Derek Kolstad, who created John Wick. Joined the creative team.
Thank you. He wrote the 2 episodes. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jimmy, it's been a good day. You got that new Mutants Omni, baby. And Sandra said she thought he directed it too.
He may have directed it,
which is good.
Yeah, I think so.
John Walker's not Captain America. He should just. We should. I'm sure there's already a hashtag movement. Not my Cap.
Right? I think that's been going on since he was introduced at the end of episode 1.
Even before he was introduced, I could guarantee with that trailer, people were already starting the Not My Cap movement.
Exactly. So basically, what happens is after Battlestar intercepts, Carly hits him. And of course, I don't think she even clearly really, even though she has the super soldier serum and has been using it to fight, she doesn't really truly know what her strength is. And she knocks him into a stone pillar. He hits his head. Of course, we know when you get hit to the back of the head, that usually means it's the end of the line. And
I'll be honest with you. I didn't think he was dead. I just thought he was like really hurt.
Passed out. Oh,
this is a Marvel thing. Nobody dies like that. How many times have these characters been thrown around? Hawkeye?
When this Captain America says, "Stop shitting with me," and remember, our Captain America was like, "Language. We are in a different world, man. We are in a different world now."
Characters. I'm just like, Hawkeye's a normal dude. Black Widow's a normal chick, right? She doesn't have any super serum.
No, she doesn't, but they're well-trained fighters, and I would
recommend. You not see the trailer where she could just land from jumping?
But she's a better trained fighter than John Walker is. I'm not putting.
Are you serious? Not John Walker. What John Walker that died? It was Battlestar, man.
Battlestar. Well, ditto to him. But anyways, Jimmy Owens has another super chat.
Battlestar be back.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Jimmy Owens. When should I start reading New Mutants? Does it matter? Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. You can read it. Honestly, I tell people to start reading it right around issue 160. When the 166 is a good. After Uncanny 166, go and read at least the first 7 issues of New Mutants. That's a good starting point, brother.
Yeah. So just finish it up. After that happens, of course, John Walker kind of loses it in a big way. Carly realizes what she's done, runs away, and he runs after her. And of course, he ends up finding someone else. He's out in the middle of this square outside of the building. There's all these people around. And it's the same guy who earlier in the show said that he looked up to Captain America when he was
a kid. Yeah.
He was a kid. And he's like, it wasn't me. I didn't kill him. He's like, where? And he says, where is she? And when he's like, I don't know, he takes a shield just like Cap did in Civil War, like when he was going to Iron Man, except then he just used it to break the reactor.
Did anybody else think it was like him decapitated the dude? Because I thought
if this was the boys, he would have been decapitated. If it was Invincible, he would have been decapitated.
He ain't Homelander, but I thought he was decapitated. It's a Disney Plus show, so I get it, you know.
Yeah, you saw enough blood on that shield and enough blood coming out of the guy's arm when they showed his arm to know what happened.
That image for sure, man. That image was awesome. When he's standing there with the blood on his shield, that's a different Cap, man.
Yeah.
That's not going to go over. Understatement. That's an understatement.
And that's why I put up Derek's comment, and it's a pretty dark show for Disney Plus. You are exactly right. It is a pretty dark show. In fact, we were watching it with my 5-year-old, and afterwards my husband was asking her, like, do you understand, like, what happened? Like, why he did that? Like, what if your best friends, who are your best friends? She's like, Riddy and Ray. And she's like, well, what happens if someone hurt them? And we're trying to have this conversation. He's like, but it's not good to hurt people like that. And I was like, oh boy, this is going to be a long conversation.
You all thought he was going to pull the old Baron Blood. I honestly, I know I had to remind myself that this is a Disney Plus show, but I really, when he found, like, if Battlestar died, I was really hoping he'd take off and just kill every single one of them with the exception of Carly. Like, just snapping necks or just, I know it's Disney Plus, but even if they could edit and, you know, just show him breaking some necks, breaking some spines, that's what I kind of wanted to see, to show the full capacity of what this super soldier serum can really do. Yeah, and I realized those other characters are super soldiers as well. Well, sort of.
So it would have been a little bit more difficult, but I think at that point most of them had fled, especially when more of them had shown up. I think because keep in mind, I think there's only 7 of them, I believe, that had the serum. One guy already got killed. Yeah. One of them, he actually got himself killed, right, to let them escape. So that guy's gone. So you don't have that many left as it is. And now most of the serum, we believe, is destroyed by Zemo, and the guy who created it is also dead. So yes, and let's not forget the Power Broker is still looking for Carly and pretty much gave her an ultimatum. So we're going to eventually find out who that person is.
And Baron Zemo's gone.
And now he's disappeared.
Here's the thing. When he disappeared, like, do you think Baron Zemo really broke all those vials? Or do you think there's
why would he take it? He doesn't want it to be around. He wants it destroyed. That's why he killed Wilfred Navy.
Oh, no, I think so. But if they want to retcon it and say, hey, well, you know what we need? We need a Thunderbolts TV show. That's just
I think there's still a Thunderbolts TV show coming. He couldn't do that without Super Soldier Serum?
Yeah, hold on. Let's take this first.
Yes.
Do you all, thank you for Super Chat, Jaime. Do you all think John Walker's character's journey will end in this series or continue? I hope it continues because he's a really complicated character, and I like U.S. Agent. You know what? If they do a Thunderbolt show, then hell yes, I want John Walker to be part of that.
And I think with Taskmaster being set up, we got Thunderbolt Ross already around. I feel like there's a possibility that we're going to see it, and especially with Baron Zemo's his popularity right now. Because let's not forget, he's so popular. We got this. We got a full hour of this.
Oh wait, we got to do it justice, Amanda. You got to turn that up a little. Turn that up a little bit.
I mean, let's face it, guys. The popular Baron Zemo. There's a reason Loki's getting his own show. You can't tell me they're not already thinking about what they can do with him.
It's weird to see Zemo in the spotlight, considering everything that he did.
Yes.
I don't know. It feels weird, but it would work for a show like Thunderbolts.
Yeah, it would. I agree.
All right. Now that we talked about the show, what did you think about this episode?
So this is definitely, well, like I said, like my gift said, boy, that escalated quickly. But it definitely was one of my favorite episodes of the season so far. Getting to see all of them finally meet up. You knew it was all going to come down to a head. It had to at some point. And so now we have to deal with the fallout. And I was just really excited to see what came of it. And so it was one of my favorite episodes of the season. And especially because you get, what I loved about this episode too is Sam got a lot more to do in this episode. Like in episode 3, he was there in Madripoor, right? But at the same time, that was all Zemo's episode. In this one, we get to see the reason why he showed us the reason why Steve picked him to replace him as Captain America. Even if he doesn't believe he himself is good enough, he showed us, through talking to Carly, the way he dealt with everything, why he would be the better choice, obviously, than John Walker would be, or Bucky, why he deserves that shield, even if he doesn't think he deserves it.
I think by far this is his best performance on this show, as far as Falcon.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed his performance in this episode. Anyone else see Kurt Russell more and more? Yeah, especially when he gets mad.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Especially when he gets mad. What's up, Sugar Man? Sugar's strong with John Walker.
Yeah.
I think, to me, this is my favorite episode of the whole series so far. It was a really fun episode. I like the fact that they went a little dark. I like
dark.
I like the inclusion of other Marvel or MCU Wakanda characters, making it a little bit bigger. It's making me think, wait, so has Sharon been evil the whole time? I like that. I like the shows that make me second guess the character.
She's good at it.
Still don't know about the whole dynamic between Falcon and Winter Soldier, but Winter Soldier was really good at the beginning. I thought he did a really good job too. Actually, both of them were on point, just not with each other.
I think so.
I don't think the chemistry is there between the actors. I think that might be the issue.
It is there when you see them interacting together, like off camera. There's clearly a chemistry. They have good chemistry, and I think it's just a matter of these first 4 episodes. They're throwing so many new characters and putting them in situations where they're not just alone together. So, and we'll put it up in a second, but the episodes like 4 through 6 promos, right, for the last couple episodes, it looks like Sam gets the shield. How?
Honestly, who didn't see that coming, though?
Yeah, who didn't see it coming? But there's a lot of them just together having a like it's just them. So I think in episode 5, the episode 5 promo shows it's going to be just the 2 of them. And we're going to see more of that dynamic. And I think we'll see more of that chemistry, or hopefully start to come out, that everyone is looking to see. Because it has been hard because, whereas with WandaVision, the only character that you need to see a lot of really was that interacted with them was Agatha, or Agnes at the time, right? But mostly you could see the 2 of them interacting together about their marriage until you get the side stuff, right? But here they have to interact with Zemo, they have to interact with Sharon Carter, they have to interact with John Walker and Battlestar. So you have all these other people kind of in there. It takes it away a little bit.
I see what you mean, but there's just, how do I put it? Like, sometimes there's just chemistry between 2 actors that work well off of each other, and they can get along in real life. I mean, sometimes there's chemistry between actors that don't get along in real life.
But you could even see that,
and it's there, and it's not really. I don't know. I at first I thought it was really. I cannot remember his name. Who's the actor that plays Winter Soldier? Because he's okay. So Sebastian Stan is always broody, always mopey. And I'm like, well, maybe he's the reason. And honestly, I don't think it is. I really think it's both of them. That's just my opinion. I'm glad that you think that they have good chemistry, though. That's good. That's what matters.
I mean, it's you just having it. I think they did in Civil War, and some of their lines when they are together, when they actually are alone together, they play off of each other really well. As far as I
like the therapy session. The therapy session was pretty funny, but
that's when they get a lot of time to just interact, whereas they don't get that much in the rest of the show. I don't think, to interact the way we would want them to.
And see, then that's my problem, Sugar Man. And thank you for pointing, because Zemo stole the show, and I don't like that, because this is about Sam and Buck getting together and just going on a road trip adventure, and
but they had to bring him in.
Real. Yeah, I mean,
I guess they wanted to bring him into the plot, maybe so that they can create the Thunderbolt.
Now it feels like I'm watching Lethal Weapon 3 with Joe Pesci, and Baron Zemo is Joe Pesci's character in Lethal Weapon 3. But anyway, what would you give this out of 10, Amanda? This particular episode, and anybody else in the chat, please, that has watched it, or if you're watching this later, what would you all give this particular episode? Episode 4 of 6, right? There's only 6?
Yeah, only 6. We only have 2 left. I think I would give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say for me, it's probably the best episode so far. I really like John Walker's portrayal of this douchey Captain America. I guess 8. I think 8 out of 10. It was the best episode, and it kind of gives me hope for the last two episodes.
Yeah.
But after, like I said, it sucks because after watching that Loki trailer and really enjoying WandaVision, despite of all the fake outs,
yes,
this one kind of feels like it's going to be a show that
there's not a lot of this isn't Easter eggs.
Well, it's not even about Easter eggs. It's just not. Like, it's going to be like, yeah, it was fun. What happened? I think Baron Zemo danced, and there was a huge fight, and Captain America was a jerk. All right, so let's see what we got here. Lots of people are commenting. So we got an 8 out of 10 from Phil. Greg gives it a 9.5, 8.5 from Curtis. 10, 9, 9, 9. Lots of love for this episode. 6.5. Leo really likes it. 9.5, 7.5, and 8 at 7, and 8 from Alan. 8.5, 9 out of 10, 8.8. So Canadian Invincible Comics still here.
He was for a little bit, I thought.
I mean, we ain't even talked about Invincible yet. 9.5.
I know, and it's already 8.3.
7. Oh, dude, my show don't start till 9, so we good. 8.5, 9.5, 9. Turkish Delight. Dude, what a creepy scene. Of all the people to go talk to kids.
I've never had Turkish Delights before. People tell me, is this good or not?
all I know about Turkish Delights is from Narnia. That's what's his name wanted. Peter.
That's right. I forgot about that.
High Sugar Pressure. 8. Oh, Ray really liked this episode. 10 out of 10. Perfection. 9.5. Only cause Invincible set the bar. Dude. One thing I did not say about this episode, though, that I really like about this show is the score. Holy crap. Whoever's writing the score for this, the very solemn, Winter Soldier theme at the very beginning when he's tearing up. And then the mix of Captain America's theme with John Walker. Dude, that's on point, man. That was really good. Haitian Refugee has given this a 6.5. Hey, 6.5 is pretty good for a woke show, though. 9 out of 10. Turkish Delights, tisk gross ass F. Don't try Turkish Delights. They suck.
I don't plan to, but I was just curious if they were good.
That was even the creepiest scene. It wasn't the creepiest line. It reminded me of Dwight from The Office, talking about the what the hell, his grandmother's fairy tales. All right, here's the theory from Malachi. I put this up earlier. John Walker, Star Wars brother, ego. No. Very nice. It's a family thing.
It's a family thing.
Okay, so Henry Jackman, same guy that the score. Of course.
Yes,
wait.
Same guy.
Winter Soldier, it wasn't done by Alan Silvestri?
It was done by Henry Jackman. He created this music for Captain America, Winter Soldier, and yeah.
I really thought it was Alan Silvestri that did Winter Soldier. Huh. Because Alan Silvestri composed he composed Avengers, but he also composed the Captain America theme. So that's really good. Yeah. What's up, Cyclops is better than Wolverine? Am I the only one that felt bad for the new Cap? Sam and Buck been big leaguing since day one.
It's hard to feel bad.
I like him a lot. I like his character a lot.
It just proves that Wyatt Russell has some skills and
well, and the character's still there that it's hard to feel bad for him at first because there's not that much character development other than the fact that he had that one scene in the locker room. And honestly, I really thought that whole episode was going to be about John Walker's past and how he got into this role of becoming Captain America, but they didn't do that.
Too, yeah.
Which kind of surprised me, whatever.
Yeah, they gave us a very small glimpse of how he became. Yeah.
Before we talk about Invincible, though, Amanda, why don't we remind people to hit that like button. Like button, please.
Go ahead and hit it.
Go ahead and hit it. Please. Breaking news. Feige just announced new X-Men movie starring Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Is that all caps because you're lying? Or is that all caps? Are you trying to cancel me, Leo? I was quoting somebody. Somebody said I was woke. The only woke I do is I woke my ass up this morning to make sure my kids were fed. That's the only woke I do because I'm in my 40s and I don't speak that stuff, man. That hit button.
Oh yeah, and don't forget Sharon's Mephisto.
Sharon's a Skrull. I like that the Skrull is the new Mephisto. Now everybody's a Skrull.
That would be kind of cool.
Here's the thing: when is Secret Invasion coming out? Because then you can start thinking anybody that's acting out of character, like Baron Zemo or Falcon, Skrull. That's exactly what we used to do in comic books. Yeah. Anybody that was written, anybody that Bendis ever wrote.
Sometime next year, I think it's sometime next year. I don't know if they start.
Is it a miniseries or is it a movie?
It's a series. It might be more like how WandaVision. They said they don't plan on doing another. They don't plan on doing another season. But we never know. Not all of them will have more than one season. I think this is one that might have more than one season. Because it seems like then they can keep on going. But I don't know about. I think they confirmed that this one will have more than one season.
It's $700, baby. It's not $600. It's $700, man. But it transforms voice command.
Cool.
I can't even tell my kids what to do, but I can tell Optimus Prime what to do. Transform and roll out. That could be the beer talking. Okay, Invincible.
Yeah, okay. Invincible. Yeah.
Invincible episode 5. Wait, we have some things to show.
We do?
Yeah, you downloaded some things.
I showed all of them.
You showed this?
That?
No, this.
I did show that.
You showed this in the background?
Oh no, that's what I want to talk about. That's why I was like, oh god, we'll get to Invincible. But this
let's talk about this. Let's
promo for next week, and that's what I was talking about. Here, play it.
Okay.
So this is the promo for next week, and it's clear that Sam has somehow gotten the shield from John Walker. How that's possible is going to be interesting. Did he steal it from him somehow at that time? Was he given the shield? Because if the U.S. government got involved, would they have given it to him? I don't know. And then who the heck is that person who's after Baron Zemo? Is that the power broker?
It's Sharon Stone.
It's Sharon Carter.
That's who I meant.
Yeah, and it looks like the Flag Smashers are about to go big and go home. I think they're about to ramp up. They need to be quick about making their message known.
I did like this little speech right here.
Oh, nice.
This is a nice little. Well, not that, but that was a nice speech. Falcon. I can't even talk. Falcon, Winter Soldier, everybody.
But it looks like they're back in Sam's hometown as well.
So this is the promo for episodes 4 through 6 right here.
6, yeah. So both of them are a little tad different.
I'm watching the right thing. Do they expect to send emails and make posters? Yes.
Who?
I don't know. I just said yes, though. And Sharon Stone. Wrong movie. Oh, the Flag Smashers are completely right. No one in the USA, especially AA, got the right without a fight. Right with posters. I said freaking Invincible. Time to move on. Tavon, hold on, man. So glad I'm not the only one who calls her Sharon Stone. I really forgot. I forgot her last name. Sharon Carter. Peggy's niece. Not daughter, not granddaughter. Niece. In the MCU, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
Am I getting any New Mutants Volume 2 when it comes out? Probably I'll get it. Yes, you will, Ray. Get it. I thought this scene was pretty cute when both of them are talking together. Yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. Two more episodes left. We'll see what happens to. There's a lot going on though. That introduction of Isaiah kind of came out of nowhere and really didn't go anywhere.
Well,
but I'm glad they did because that means that, hey, we have an Isaiah and Eli now. Let's make a Young Avengers. So when they show up in Young Avengers,
we're not so surprised who they are.
Yeah. So I'm kind of glad they did that.
I mean, that's kind of how sometimes they just lay those little threads and we might see them later on. Like the random witness that we have no idea who that was.
Are we still going on about that witness?
WandaVision.
No, we still going on about that.
Who in that city would need to be in the witness protection program with the FBI?
Ralph Boner. Ralph Boner is actually Quicksilver. There, I said it. And everybody is gonna be fooled. You guys making me do this at 3 a.m. Yeah.
Sorry,
remember last time we did this? Somebody said, "Hey, it's 4:00 over here."
That's right.
The witness. Nobody was important in that show.
Nobody, but nothing you thought was important was important. At least this show, there's not too much like of that underlying. There's nothing that's gonna really undercut our expectations, I guess, because there is no, we're gonna get X-Men or anything like that, except maybe in the Madripoor scenes, maybe someone wishing that Wolverine was there. But other than that, we knew that would most likely not happen.
I'm not someone.
Yeah, you're that someone. But other than that, with this show, it's pretty straightforward. There's not crazy magical theories and things like that we really have to worry about. It's mainly like what show or movie spinning off from this one? Like,
but it was so much fun to see the Princess Bar, even though it feels like a cameo when it's not really a cameo. They just added it in there. Whatever, it's awesome. By the way, Omar, we are mapping Excalibur Volume 3 and 4 tonight at 9 p.m. 9:05. Gave myself a little wiggle room. All right, Amanda, take it away. Invincible, episode
5. That actually hurt. Basically, Mark is having a hard time juggling his superhero life with his ordinary life. Big shocker there, because that is definitely something that
you should watch.
You should watch it, yeah.
You should watch it. It's fun, man. And one of my favorite characters showed up in this episode and kicked everyone's ass. No. Battle Beast, baby.
Battle Beast. Okay, Battle Beast. What did you say? Battle Beast. Gotcha.
Battle Beast whooped everybody's ass and then said, ain't nobody here.
None of you are good enough. I'm leaving.
I like his voice too. I was trying to figure out who did his voice. I had to
look that up. Who does his voice? I really liked it. Anyways.
Go ahead.
So, this episode, we get to see Mark dealing with
spoilers. Let me make sure we got a spoilers banner.
Yeah,
we got spoilers. There it is.
So we're dealing with.
I found it.
That is definitely not the one everyone.
That's the spoilers banner. Look at that. Spoilers. Now I got your attention. Spoilers. Carry on.
Anyway, so quick. I'll make this quick because we don't have too much time. So basically, he's having a hard time balancing his personal life with his superhero life. He's trying to train with his dad, who considers his training the utmost importance, more important than anything he has on Earth. God, if this is not foreshadowing what he truly cares about, I don't know what is. For instance, he's late to his bye, Germ.
Yeah, for anybody who hasn't seen it, we are talking about spoilers, so please, by all means, if you care about spoilers, don't forget to hit that like button.
On your way out.
On your way out, buy some merchandise from Spreadshop, please.
Yeah. So
Patreon.
So basically, yes. So basically, his job, he's late for his job all the time. So he ends up quitting because his job's like, I'm going to dock you shift money. He's like, no, I'm just going to quit. Okay. I don't know how he's going to get paid, but that's fine. And then school, he's running late for school, which means he's doing badly in his classes. And then, of course, there's the big one with Amber, his girlfriend, which I'm convinced is just a more mature version of Michelle Jones from Spider-Man. So,
and it's not ZZ.
And he thought it was Zendaya's voice, but
I thought it was Zendaya.
And I was like, no, because she acts so much like Michelle Jones, you think it's Michelle Jones. Apparently, they just recreate these new female characters or girlfriends to be like Michelle Jones from the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Okay, everybody knows it's Tom Holland. Now she was different in the comic book. She was not, African American descent. So they changed her up in the TV show. This TV show is diverse as hell too. There's all kinds of characters that show up, and I'll be dead honest with everybody right now. I had no idea Mark was half Asian. I knew he was half Viltrumite. But
are you kidding me?
I'm 100% not kidding you. In the comic book, she played such a minimal role that she was like,
okay.
Seriously, you know how she's confronting her husband in this? I'm serious. In the comic book, she's like, she's okay with everything. Yeah, your dad's a Viltrumite. He's okay. He's kind of a psycho. I'm serious. I never caught that until I watched I reread it. I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. It's half Asian. Yeah, sorry, man.
You didn't realize it.
I'm that colorblind. I didn't see things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only one, Carly. Thank you. Yeah. Right? I just remember being shocked. I was like, what? He is? Always honest, Michael,
I'll be
because I
honest.
got the truth serum. All right.
Yes. So, so he's doing that, and Amber's getting quite angry with him because he is consistently either not showing up or being late. And one of the big things that he's dealing with is, one of the big things is meeting her mom because they've been dating for 3 months. So obviously a little bit of time has moved since he saved those astronauts from Mars, but also maybe started another fight on Mars. But that's something that might come down the road later.
Okay, I'm just glad I wasn't the only one that didn't think he was half Asian. Oh my God, that's what I thought. I didn't know Mark was half Asian. An Asian mom would have disowned her kid in school. Like, seriously, I had no idea.
I don't know.
Like, not to downplay Corey Walker and Ryan Otley's artwork. They're great. I didn't see it. Anyway, go ahead, man.
So anyways, this is the one storyline that's going on, and these will intersect. The other storyline that's going on in this is this vigilante superhero named Titan who can transform into stone, pretty much. He is basically beating up and taking out the competition for this local crime lord named Machine Head, and he has an auto.
I love the way he talks. I love the way he talks.
T-Pain. Is that T-Pain in there? With
it better not be T-Pain.
I know it's not, but it's so funny because when it's auto-tuned, it was so popular in the mid 2000s for R&B and pop and stuff. Everyone was auto-tuned the crap out. Anyways, so he's working for this guy. First, it was to pay off his debt. And he managed to work those off. But then the guy's like, I could still use you for some stuff. And you're not going to say no quite yet. And then he tells him he owes him when he beats up his, when he crashes his table, which is made of some special maple. He's like, yeah, no, you're owe me for that too now. So basically, he's trying to take care of his little girl and his wife, who's a waitress. And they're struggling. But he's a good guy deep down. But he just has to work for this crime lord to make his money. And then you have your new Guardians of the Globe, and they are, getting into their fights, becoming a little bit successful, right? You have Mr. Robot Man also first, revealing himself to that guy who cloned himself, the bad guy. So we know something's going on there, but he clearly cares about the Guardians. What? Anyways, and then eventually Titan comes up to Invincible and is like, I need you to help me pretty much, take this guy out. I want you to help me with this, right? And so Titan Invincible's kind of like, I don't know. He has a conversation with his dad and with his dad and with his mom. And his dad's like, why do you need to help anyone, pretty much? And his mom's like, well, you have, his mom's really upset about how Nolan acts in regards to all this, right? And she's like, you have to do whatever you best is best for you, even though Nolan feels like helping this guy is below what Invincible is meant to do. He's meant to do such great things. So it keeps going back to the whole thing. Like, clearly these Viltrumites are not here for what we think they're here for, right? They're here for different reasons. And so after that, he goes and decides to help this Machine Head, or help Titan defeat Machine Head. But of course, Machine Head has money and then brings about all these different bad guys, including Battle Beast. And they start having this fight in his office. And then
Battle Beast finally showed up, was a badass.
He was pretty awesome. And then as they're having that fight, he ends up going kind of berserker, almost like his dad, I guess, did with the original Guardians of the Globe. And he gets a few good licks in, but Battle Beast, of course, manages to kind of beat him to a pulp. Then the new Guardians show up. They try to fight, but of course they just get decimated. Monster Girl gets her freaking skull exposed.
Yeah. See, now, I for a minute I'm like, oh, they're taking liberties with this show, because having read the comic, I was like, oh, well, I know where this is gonna go. I know what character's gonna end up with who, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, holy crap, her skull! You can see it. That was awesome. So I like the fact that it's keeping me on my toes because it's different than the comics, and I hope they keep doing that. Like in The Walking Dead, as much as I didn't like the show, but in The Walking Dead, one interesting thing is that they didn't stick to the formula of the comic,
No, they did
and
not.
they killed characters off that were still alive in the comic books,
which a lot of people were not happy about. But they also made characters worse too.
Oh, every one of the characters is worse in the freaking TV show,
Andrea,
except
Andrea.
Daryl, who's not even a character in the comic book. But anyway, that's another episode for whatever. But I think I was like, oh, cool. That means they can kill characters. But then I thought, wait, I like Monster Girl. They better not kill her. So I like where this is going.
Yeah. So it looks like all is lost, especially because Battle Beast, he also Black Samson, he gives him pretty much breaks his arm, and it looks like I thought he killed him, but I guess he didn't, just critically wounded him. And then he gets his battle axe and puts it right into Mark's chest. So you think that's going to kill him, right? But it doesn't, because it turns out Viltrumite is quite a strong species.
So much so that after credits,
we learn a little bit more about it with the blood. So then the Guardians, finally, the rest of them duplicate, and I forget and Rexplode, and the girl that turns into like an Ant-Man version, forget her name, and of course the robot. They all bound together, and they're like, "Now you did it. You made us mad." And they go all out, and they manage to defeat most of them except for Battle Beast. Like, I'm leaving. This is beneath me, and leaves because he can. And of course, they also killed Machine Head, so he's out of the picture now. So then Cecil and everyone shows up. And he makes sure they get a sample of Mark's blood. And of course, Mark, as he's like fading in and out of consciousness, his dad's been there the whole time and never comes to help him, right? And his dad sees everything that's going on, and then he eventually leaves. And he thinks he sees his dad, but his dad leaves. So they take Mark and Black Samson and of course Monster Girl to be healed, and they take a vial of Mark's blood. At the same time, all that's going on, Debbie, which is Nolan's wife, she also discovered Damien Darkblood's book and start reading all of his notes about the links of her husband to the murders. And so what she does is makes his elaborate plan to get him to go all over the globe and tracks his time, because what a good wife. She knows how long it takes him to fly to these places to go get him different things for dinner. And in the meantime, she walks around she's going around the house searching for something, and she finally discovers his bloody costume that he was wearing when he murdered the original Guardians, but she manages to hide that she was looking for it by the time he shows up. So that's happening on that front. And then, of course, Amber had given Mark an ultimatum about being there for him, and she invites him and Adam Eve, or Eve, just Eve, she only knows her as Eve, to come to the soup kitchen with her. And while Eve shows up on time, Mark, of course, is nowhere to be found. Why? Because he's helping Titan out. And so then they're having a conversation. It's been a long time. He's obviously not showing up. And then Eve gets the call about what happened to them. And she gives Amber this whole thing. She's like, Mark really does love you, and you need to understand, if he could be here, he would. Because she knows he is almost dead, right? He had just about died. He's been in critical condition. She knows what that life is like. And in fact, earlier in the episode, she had a whole thing with her parents. And her dad, man, you have to go back. You have to go back to Rex Explode. I was like, good Lord.
Dude, her dad, I like the fact that they're, filling these characters out some more, like giving them some more backstory and depth. I like that.
I do, yeah.
Her dad's a piece of crap. Because I don't even remember Adam Eve's mom and dad in the comics. They weren't really relevant, but I like that it kind of builds on her and telling her, to go back to him and about. Well, yeah, it's just really weird. And Omni-Man getting more screen time at the beginning, because I was expecting. So I think I know where this season finale is going to go.
Yeah,
based on. I think based on the comic, I think I know where this is going to go.
Where do you think? Well,
I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't.
Oh, that's right.
Read the
for
comics.
Me, yeah, because I haven't. Yeah,
and you haven't read the comics either. So I don't want to spoil it. But I think just based on all the build up they're doing, it's going to be pretty interesting. I think people are going to be talking about the finale. Yeah. So, what else happens?
What else happens? Yes. So after that's all said and done, we also find out that now that Machine Head's gone, after everything's cleared out of his building, Titan has now taken over. He's gotten his Machine Head's old little sidekick now to be his sidekick, and he moves his family in, but he's going to help people.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
She's like, there's blood all over the place.
Cage managed to take over the mob boss, and Luke Cage like, now I'm going to help people. It's like that's how I've got that.
Dude, that was a dark ending for Luke Cage. But dude, yes, like the just the whole scene of this little girl walking into this, complex, and it's blood everywhere.
Oh, I know. And broken with like stuff, and the kids.
Battle Beast wiped the damn floor with everyone's asses. I was so happy to see that. Did you find out who got his voice?
Time. No, I did not. And hopefully, it won't be the last time.
It's not gonna be the last, dude. Oh, anybody remember with in the comics battle? Oh, gosh.
Michael Dorn.
Oh, Michael Dorn does his voice.
Yes, Michael Dorn did the voice of Battle Beast and Invincible. Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that, dude.
Yep.
So we get a little after credit in this episode that not everything seems as is with Cecil and all his people. So looks like they're studying the Viltrumite blood and they're trying to kill it. They're not just studying it. They're trying to find ways to killing it. So he kind of, in a way, doesn't trust Omni-Man. So very cool.
Yes, because
you know who Michael Dorn is, right?
Yes.
What he's famous for doing?
Star Trek? Yeah.
Yeah, Worf. He was Worf.
Yeah, Worf, yeah. But yeah, so it looks like there's no way to kill a Viltrumite. So that's going to be interesting because I think Cecil really does think that Omni-Man he does think and know that he has something to do with the deaths, but I don't think he knows exactly how to handle it because what do you do to a man that's stronger than everyone that you can't kill? How do you defeat someone like that?
Shoot him off to the moon. Oh, I can't wait for the season finale. How many episodes is it going to be? 8?
I think so, yes. So I'm super excited. We have 3
So when we review Loki episode 1, we're reviewing the season finale of this. Huh? Yes. Do you watch any? We reviewed Superman and Lois, which was really good. I really liked it. It was a lot of good.
I used to watch Arrow and Flash and
oh yeah, she did.
Yeah, I watched those in the beginning. It's after about season 4, I think, of Arrow, season 3 of Flash, I stopped watching them. I tried to get into Legends, I couldn't. Yeah,
I just CW shows.
I think what happened. Yeah,
if people love them, I'm not shitting on people's love of that show. So it's awesome. As long as you love them, that's all that matters. They're just not for me. I think
I've been spoiled with how streaming services have started to go on the less episodes, but better quality, like plot and content. So less filler episodes, things like that. And I think that's what kind of had taken me away from those shows because they had to get really kind of soapy at some points and stuff in order to draw drama because you have to do like 20 some episodes. Whereas, look at, Falcon Winter Soldier only get 6 episodes. The Boys and stuff only get 9 or 10 episodes.
They're almost an hour long each. I love that.
Exactly. Like an hour long. And then, so you're getting like, I guess, I think they've proven that you can get better quality shows with less episodes.
You know, prove that the Brits with their series, they're like Sherlock. You want more Sherlock? Sure, 5 more years, you'll have 3 more episodes.
Yeah, and I never got into Super either. I want to like Melissa Benoist, but I never really cared for her character on Glee, so I didn't. She was like
she was in Glee.
She was the Rachel wannabe, the new one when Rachel went off to college and they got rid of the original cast members.
She's super cute.
Because she has a voice. She has a good voice. So she was supposed to be like the new Rachel. And I was like, nah, she's not the new Rachel. Lea Michelle is in a class of her own. She's apparently not a very good person in real life, but when it comes to singing, Lea Michelle. But there's no one who can outclass her in singing. I mean, she's a fabulous voice. She's up there.
I don't even know what the hell we're talking about
anymore. Anyways, it was hot.
Wait, she was in Wicked.
No, Indina Menzel was in Wicked, but Indina Menzel played her mother on the show. And
what? I know. Yes. Shit, I know Glee, baby. Mike Lemon, mapping notes. Are you serious? Have you met me? Uncanny Omar.
It's only 10 minutes. We'll probably wrap it up here shortly.
Up here, baby.
James, yes, I will be talking about the Netflix Sony deal Wednesday. There's a bunch of other stuff. Obviously, I want to talk about casting news with She-Hulk.
What?
Renee Elise Goldsberry, who played Angelica in Hamilton, was cast in She-Hulk recently. So I'm very excited about that. So we'll talk about that a little bit, and maybe we'll talk about She-Hulk because what that's going to take us.
One thing we thought about doing was bringing back. Was it really that bad?
It's true.
if you all wanted to. We don't know. Maybe. What do you think? What do y'all
what
think?
we wanted to do is this week, because we've been doing a lot of Falcon Winter Soldier because of, that's what's on right now. We wanted to do the 90s Captain America in honor of Cap, since see what you all thought.
Dude, I don't watch Glee. My girl
doesn't know
Glee.
what I'm talking about.
I don't know what she's talking about. I just say yes. There was something else that was I had up here. Damn it. What was it? I have never met Omar. One day, yes.
Yeah, we're also going to talk about the new Indiana Jones film that was announced. We'll talk about that on Wednesday, too, with Harrison Ford and Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
It can't be worse than even Stevens freaking swinging on vines with monkeys. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. So we'll talk about that stuff and whatever else. But first of all, let's quickly...
People really want it back. People want it back. Okay,
we'll do it.
We'll bring it back.
So,
we'll bring it back.
Anyway,
all right. So we'll bring it back with Captain America 1990, right?
We have to give our score for Invincible episode. Did you like the episode? Quickly. Did you like the episode?
Did I like it? Yeah, this was great. Battle Beast is one of my favorite comic book characters in Invincible. Yeah. It was a lot of fun, lots of blood, lots of violence. I finally get to see Mark get his ass handed to him, which happens a lot in the comic book, so this ain't gonna be the last time.
It was due time, yeah.
So yeah, fun. Probably 8 out of 10.
That's what I was gonna give it. 8 out of 10.
Did you give it an 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't a big fan of the CGI when it came to the computer graphics they're using on like the texture and stuff like on the rocks. It kind of threw me off, but it was good. I thought it was a good episode. It was, even not considering the comics, like it was a good episode. If I had not read the comics, I think I would still be watching the show 100%. It's fun.
Yeah. It's a good time. I like it a lot. And I mean, I don't really care for Amber and that whole dynamic, but it's, it's whatever.
Oh, that's not gonna last long. I mean, I think most of us are tired of it. Whether you watched or read the comics or not, most of us are like, can we just get
this done now?
Rid of Amber, please. You know how it is with human characters, man. They always make the worst. The human characters are the worst, man.
Non-superhero characters.
You know what I mean? You want him and Adam Eve to be hooking up? Come on,
now. I do want him and Adam Eve to hook up.
Everybody does. Nobody wants to see him.
I do love when she got in a fight with her parents, created that door, walked out, and her dad's like, "You better take this door."
Yes.
I was like, that was great. That was awesome.
9 duplicates, man. They were getting their butt handed to them too.
Yeah, they need a lot of practice, but. Anyways, so we got to let Omar get to his next show. So we are going to probably cut off there, but we will be back Wednesday to do Was It Really That Bad with the 90s Captain America. And then, of course, follow up with all the news because I'm sure between what we just heard that we're going to talk about, there's going to be more stuff coming out this weekend and next week.
Stuff every day, man. Every day.
All this stuff happening. Things are moving and grooving now. Things are back up and running, I guess. So keep up for that.
Okay, Tamon. Wasn't that bad. 10 out of 10. But you know what? The rocks weren't that great. I'm sorry. I just noticed rocks. My bad.
Yeah, Curtis, it's a good question. I think that.
Sorry. Oh, go ahead.
No, he asked about the clone.
I got it.
The clone twins. Because it looks like the robot wants their genetic technology, the cloning technology, and
why.
I wonder why. Is he trying to clone someone? Who's he trying to clone? Is he trying to make his own superheroes? Because he already stole Rex Explode's blood. Who
would he want to clone, though?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Viltrumite, because apparently they can't be killed. So that's what I would choose.
I mean, anyone seen the 1 hour? Yes, we did. I sent it to a man, and I was like, I can't believe the internet already created this.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. That's how we're going to end the show. Turn that shit up.
Yeah. All right, guys. So
where's my jam?
So much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember to follow us on all of our social media channels at NeoMateCon. Remember to check us out on Patreon if you want to support our cause. For $1 a month or more, you get access to Omar at all times of the day, any time of the day you want. And it'll even let you see his feet. And then if you want some great Near Mint Condition merchandise, make sure to check us out on our spread shop. And then finally, guys, if it's classy cool, it must be Near Mint. Have a great evening. Plays out, Baron Zemo.
Am I gonna hit the end button? Or you hit the end button?
You hit it.
Okay, you hit it. Go ahead. That's my jam, baby.